Right now, a rare November hurricane makes landfall in Florida as severe weather also makes its way toward us. Also, the counting continues. We take a look at the races that could determine the balance of power in the U.S. Congress. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. We begin with the weather, where we could see some severe weather later today. An alert day has been declared. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Change on the way.
Yeah, definitely. If you enjoyed the 70s degree marks we had today, you won't like what's coming tomorrow because it's more like 30s. But we do have a line of potential showers and thunderstorms coming through with a cold front that's really clearly visible when you look at satellite right now. The highest threat's probably going to be west of Madison. It's a very narrow line of showers and thunderstorms. So isolated wind gusts is something that we're looking for. Speaking of warmth, we did already hit a record. I know we're at 70, so far we broke that record of 67. We're on our way of 7 into probably the low 70s. Dew points, this is what's pretty impressive too. We've got 60 dew points all the way up to almost northern Wisconsin, so quite a bit of warm air, almost muggy feeling like we're getting. But you see what's behind it, it's going to basically drop after we get done with this. So right now 69 degrees. We'll get up to 70. The showers and thunderstorms will come through Madison by about 4 or there afterwards. Probably not much of a severe threat as we get further east because of the loss of daytime heating, but we will see action all throughout the night. There's our temperatures will start to fall this afternoon. We'll still be through the evening hours in the 70s and then start falling 60s. Once we get past midnight, everything starts falling pretty quickly, and then we might see some rain turn to snow in certain areas too as we get through there. So that's something to look for tonight too. So you look at satellite, I think you can point out where the cold front is, that rope light feature in Iowa right now coming through. That is what's tracking eastward. I'll break down when we'll expect the thunderstorms to come here and how cold we're going to actually get next week and how long it'll actually stick around a bit later.
Well, mid-November, I guess we can expect it.
You can, exactly.
All right, Greg, thank you. Stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn forecast, our weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. Hurricane Nicole has made landfall in Florida early this morning, just a few weeks after Hurricane Ian. In Daytona Beach Shores, emergency crews evacuated condos in danger of collapse as surging ocean water crashed into their foundations. Many local residents had evacuated as sheriff's deputies went door-to-door warning of the approaching danger.
With this storm surge coming in here and the high winds, we are fearful that several of those buildings will collapse.
The storm is so big it covered nearly the entire state, shutting down airports, theme parks, and schools. It's just the third recorded hurricane to hit Florida this late in the year. Now to campaign 2022, the Wisconsin Elections Commission confirms all 72 counties in the state have reported 100% of their unofficial results. This means local elections officials can start the next step toward verifying the votes. Now, each county will canvass that ensures every ballot is accounted for and is also valid. That has to be done before November 22nd. After that, Commission Chairperson Don Millis will certify the results, which needs to be done by December 1st. This is also the period of time where they decide if there will be recounts. The 2022 midterm election's still not over, with a number of key races left to be determined. We're still waiting to learn which party will control the House and which party will control the Senate. Natalie Brand has more details from Capitol Hill.
Counting the remaining ballots in Nevada could last into next week, as the Silver State's razor-thin Senate race is still a toss-up. Most of those votes are coming in from the Las Vegas area.
Mail can come through until this Saturday, as long as it's postmarked by November 8th. And we will continue to pick up mail on a daily basis.
Elections officials in Arizona are also still processing results. The Democratic incumbent is leading in that race, but it's still too early to call. In Georgia, Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker has a rally scheduled for this evening. He and Democratic incumbent Raphael Warnock are campaigning once again ahead of their December 6th runoff election. The balance of power in the U.S. Senate is still unknown. Control of the U.S. House leans Republican, but it's much closer than predicted, with winners in some battleground districts still undetermined.
Regardless of what the final tally in these elections show, and there's still some counting going on, I'm prepared to work with my Republican colleagues.
President Biden also told reporters Wednesday he intends to run in 2024.
I don't feel any hurry one way or another. to make that judgment, today, tomorrow, or whenever, no matter what my predecessor does.
Former President Trump has hinted at an announcement next week, but allies say they're urging him to postpone it until after the Georgia Senate runoff. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And sources close to the former president tell CBS News Trump is furious over the election results. A handful of candidates he backed in prominent races are projected to lose or trailing in their bids for office. Trump posted on his Truth site that reports that he's angry about the elections are false. It was an historic election for female governors. In 2023, the U.S. will have 12 women serving as their state's top executive. That is a new record. The previous record of 9 female governors serving concurrently was back in 2004. Locally, authorities in Greene County are investigating a fire on a bridge as an arson. It happened on the Badger State Recreation Trail in Monroe, passing over the Grove Road. Dispatchers got a call around 2 o'clock in the morning, and when crews got there, the wooden bridge was engulfed in flames. The fire was put out, but the bridge had extensive damage and was deemed unsafe to use. Grove Road will be closed as crews work to remove the bridge. Anyone who may have seen something suspicious asked to call the Greene County Crime Stoppers or submit a tip online. Madison police are looking for the remaining suspects after arresting 2 teenagers for crashing a stolen vehicle on the Beltline. This happened near Midvale Boulevard on Tuesday afternoon, just after 2. Police say they hit another car, causing them to lose control and stopping the vehicle. They were later arrested in a nearby neighborhood. One is 17 years old, the other is 15. Both now face charges of operating a motor vehicle without owner's consent. A U.S. nuclear engineer and his wife, who tried to sell Navy secrets in a peanut butter sandwich, have been sentenced for espionage. 44-year-old Jonathan Toby of Annapolis, Maryland, was sentenced to more than 19 years in prison. His wife, Diana, got more than 21 years. Prosecutors say the couple went to great lengths to hide encrypted SD cards, even tucking one into a peanut butter sandwich. Others were hidden inside a pack of gum and a sealed Band-Aid wrapper. The couple thought they were dealing with agents of a foreign government, but they were actually dealing with undercover FBI agents. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Adidas dropped their partnership with Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, but the company still plans to sell his products under a different name. Details coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Black Friday Appliance Preview Sale is here. Buy any GE washer and get a free garbage disposer, plus 60-month special financing. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday Appliance Savings at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
One doesn't usually think of robots when you think about agriculture, but Rank Seed does. Rank is rooted in technology, striving to bring the best products to their customers. From DNA-level development of genetics and traits, GPS-linked assessment of yield and performance, to gravity tables and color sorters, to make sure Rank has the highest germination and the purest seed. Rank couples its customer-friendly service with the latest technologies needed to bring the best products to its farmers. From research to results, Rank Seed is rooted in technology.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
As falling leaves give way to snow, Midwestern winters bring rough weather and high energy bills. Feldco's here to help with our biggest sale of the season. 50% off windows, no money down, and no interest until 2024. Winter's right around the corner, and the clock is ticking.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
After a drunk driving accident, drivers may be punished in the criminal justice system, but the victims are overlooked. But not by Gingras, Thompson, and Walks. With devastating injuries and loss, drunk driving accident victims need an attorney to fight for a way to rebuild their lives. GTW lawyers have won some of the biggest civil awards. Recently, over $5 million for a woman who lost her husband and became disabled. All in to win. Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. what do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
A lot of Medicare health plans have benefits that are specific to your county. So why would you call a national 1-800 number when your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better?
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Ashley's Black Friday preview sale is here. Save big on furniture doorbusters, now up to 58% off. Plus, 60 months special financing. No minimum and no money down. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
The parent company of Facebook, Meta, is the latest social media company to slash jobs. Wednesday, 11,000 employees were laid off after the company lost $700 billion in value. It comes the same day digital real estate broker Redfin announced it will also cut 13% of its workforce, affecting more than 800 jobs. Votes are still being counted in some critical races following Tuesday's midterms, but marijuana ballot initiatives got decisive answers. Maryland and Missouri are the latest two states to vote in favor of legalizing recreational use for people over 21, joining 19 states and the District of Columbia. Cannabis trade group MJ Biz estimates that legal medical and recreational marijuana sales totaled over $20 billion last year. 3 other states, Arkansas, North Dakota, and South Dakota, rejected similar initiatives Tuesday. Adidas says it plans to sell more Yeezy products next year, but under a different name. The German sportswear company cut ties with rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, last month over his controversial anti-Semitic comments. Ye owns the trademark for the name Yeezy, but Adidas says it owns the designs. The company projected it would lose close to $250 million in revenue this year following the split from the Grammy Award winner. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At CBS News Washington, I'm Serena Marshall.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 845 points. The NASDAQ up almost 600 points. The S&P 500 up 165. Inflation eased a little last month, the reason for those numbers. Next at noon, Pam has today's egg prices, plus Greg has more about today's weather alert. And then today on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor sits down with us to answer any and all of your medical questions. You can call in. That's coming up at 4.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah! And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Queen Tempur-Pedic start at just $24.49. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. You can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels special financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
Habitat families build their own homes alongside volunteers, pay an affordable mortgage, and are grateful for your help. With safe and permanent housing, Dane County families can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond. Please donate or volunteer today.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
The upcoming holidays are hectic enough without having to worry about appliances breaking down. Family-owned Brothers Maine is having a Veterans Day sale featuring kitchen and laundry deals on GE appliances. The lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah! And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
It all comes down to this. We're breaking down all the tools you need for this election day.
They've already been waiting for a full hour.
Our team is spread across the state. This one could not be tighter.
I will still be the 46th governor of the great state of Wisconsin.
Christmas elves have been busy here in the 608, and this weekend their handiwork will light up Olin Park.
Tomorrow we'll preview this year's holiday fantasy and lights.
And how cold will those temperatures be tomorrow on your Veterans Day? Tune in tomorrow from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, let's check in with Pam Yankee now from the Midwest Farm Report on this balmy Wednesday.
I know it. I grabbed a polo this morning. I thought, man, this may be the last long sleeve or short sleeve shirt I wear for the foreseeable future.
We're shorts walking the dogs. It's Thursday, by the way, not Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. So you and I are on the same page. Try to enjoy it, suck up every ounce of it while you've got it, because we know it's changing. Here in Wisconsin, we have something to be proud of. We've got a young lady from Oshkosh that is one of 4 finalists in the United States that's up for singing the national anthem at the National Cattlemen's Beef Association Convention coming up in February in New Orleans. Her name, Frankie Moscato. She's from Oshkosh. She's a farm girl herself. Her family's been farming since 1857. She actually first sang the national anthem at the age of 11. Today, this busy young teen spends a lot of time speaking across the countryside, focused in on teen suicide awareness. Now, you can vote to try to get Frankie as the national winner to perform that national anthem. All you need to do is jump online and review the 4 candidates. Convention.ncba.org. National Cattlemen's Beef Association may be having Frankie Moscato as their national anthem performer. And a lot of farmers probably tempted with a little advance work to start fall tillage. Well, the Natural Resource Conservation Service in Wisconsin is saying, hey, keep that tillage machinery in the shed. They're taking kind of a page from the No Shave November movement that the National Cancer Awareness program kind of started a few years back when fellas quit shaving right around deer season. Now the Natural Resource Conservation Service is calling it No Till November. They want you to keep your tillage equipment in the shed, leave some of that ground cover like corn stalks and bean stubble remain to keep nutrients in place. Good movement today as far as dairy. Barrel cheese up 3 at $2.04. 40-pound block cheese up 7 to $13.50. Double A butter up 1/4 cent, $2.90.50. Mike North from Ever Ag down in Platteville said yesterday USDA announced, I believe it's going to be about $2 billion more going to help our food pantries, our hunger task force groups. We just don't have all the details, but it's going to include dairy. So that's part of the reason why cheese went up today.
All right. The reason for everything, right?
Yep. I hope so.
Enjoy the warmth while you can. You got a couple hours left.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Well, protecting the world's food supply is high on the agenda at the COP27 Climate Summit happening in Egypt right now. Ian Lee shows us how scientists are turning to the DNA from crops to keep food on the table.
Preserving the future of agriculture starts with a walk in the woods for botanist Alon Singer. He's looking for ancient crops growing in the wild in Israel. They're exposed to all the diseases and changes and therefore have all the resilience we're looking for, he says. Singer is part of an effort to help secure the world's food supply with a unique seed bank.
We are located within 3 continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, making this very small land of Israel a hot spot of biodiversity.
By harvesting wild crops in this biodiverse hotspot, scientists are saving and studying their DNA, pinpointing special characteristics that make plants resilient to climate change.
Plants are being exposed to different environmental conditions. These exposures gives us different traits, and we will need as many traits as possible.
Traits that can be added to various crops to help them survive hotter temperatures, extreme weather, and pests. So far, tens of thousands of types of seeds are being collected and stored.
We want to make sure that our next generations will have the tools to cope with all the changes that will come.
Scientists trying to preserve the past to protect the future of food. Ian Lee, CBS News.
And world leaders are set to discuss the impact of climate change on agriculture at the COP27 summit on Saturday. A few thunderstorms possible this afternoon. Greg has the latest over in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, we got a few more hours in the warm weather, maybe about 6 to 7 hours until it's going to come. But back to the satellite, this is pretty impressive. You got this storm system that's developing with blizzard conditions up to the north. But then you can see the cold front really is this rope-like feature that's coming, kind of a weak little squall line feature that's going to be progressing eastward. If you zoom out on this, it actually gets fairly impressive. It goes all the way down to the northern panhandle of Texas, too. So we call this a rope cloud, basically associated with the front coming through. So this is what we're going to watch through, and there's your blizzard conditions up the north. This whole system was one that produced all the snow out to the west and has a big punch of cold air coming with it too, as you saw the temperatures over there. It's been single digits in the North Dakota and Montana area. That is what's going to come through, and the jet stream's pushing all the way to the south. We're going to be under this cold dome for quite a while, probably at least a week. Maybe a few opportunities to see some snow with it, but overall, it's going to be more of a dry and cold pattern, at least through next Saturday. We even got signs of maybe a reinforcing shot coming by next weekend, too, which would put our temperatures maybe even below freezing for daytime highs. Today, we got that, once that feature comes overhead, it's kind of going to stall out over south central, and then overnight, we're just going to see showers, and maybe the tail end of it may change over to snow in some of the areas by tomorrow morning, once it basically ends tomorrow morning, too. So some accumulation on some grassy surfaces possible, but otherwise tomorrow this northwest flow will have cloud cover continue to convect in, but it's just going to be cold, breezy, and that's really what's going to go on through Saturday, and not much change with this through Sunday or Monday either. So it's just going to be a cold period. In the meantime, enjoy those 70s. We'll have them for a few more hours. This will come through by 5 p.m. We'll have more showers. The severe threat, the isolated wind gusts, is better from western Wisconsin. As you go further east, because we lose some of the daytime heating, will probably be less of a chance as we get closer to Madison. But something still to keep an eye on through the evening. Once we get past the evening hour, it's just going to be on and off showers. And then here's the changeover that could happen after midnight. It'll start creeping across the area. So you might see a brief hour period, hour and a half period of when it might change over to snow. Especially the higher elevations might see a little accumulation on grassy surfaces towards tomorrow morning. Nothing road-wise, but temperatures will plummet. As you see, we're going to be back down into the upper 20s, low 30s by tomorrow. And we won't climb much more than that tomorrow afternoon. As you can see, temperatures don't really budge much what we're going to see going on. So not much rainfall with this. We're going to have some decent amounts, but nothing like we saw last system. So 1/4 to a 1/2 inch, mainly focused in this area because that's kind of where it's been stalling out overnight. So something to keep in mind of. So if you look at the 10-day, there's not much. It's pretty uniform once you get past tomorrow. It's mid-30s with the next chance of snow coming maybe Tuesday, Wednesday is a system to watch. Maybe Friday, looks like we could have another cold front coming. That may even bring some either colder temperatures too. So above all else, enjoy the 70s. You got a few more hours left, and then it's back to reality tomorrow.
Trying to remember where I put my winter coat.
You better get it out soon.
Better find it. All right, Greg, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
A few basic ingredients and a single pot means a tasty dinner and easy cleanup. Doesn't get any better than that.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go
Go ahead and smile.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
You know, one-pot cooking is something that I've always been a big fan of. So when I came across this longtime favorite, I knew I had to share it with you. Not only is it made start to finish in a soup pot, but it's budget-friendly too, which is great right now since we're trying to set aside a few extra dollars for the holidays. We start by sauteing a good amount of ground beef in a pot until it's well browned. To that, we add some beef broth, a few cans of black-eyed peas, which are packed with protein and are really reasonable, a diced potato, some chopped celery, onions, and carrots, and a few off-the-shelf spices. After it comes to a boil, we'll lower the heat and let it simmer until our potatoes are tender. This is when all the flavors come together. When it's done, serve it up with some crusty bread and go to town. It's so simple, you'll probably want to add it to your weekly dinner routine. If you'd like the recipe for what we call our Hillbilly One Pot, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an all-in-one way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
It is time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Meet Claude. This 7-year-old cat is looking for a new best friend. He starts out shy, but once he gets to know you, he can be very affectionate. Claude enjoys playing with wand toys, looking out windows, sitting on laps, and cuddling, you know, cat. Claude's a member of the Lonely Hearts Club, and his adoption fee has been waived in honor of Adopt a Senior Pet Month. If you'd like to meet Claude, ask for him at the Adoption Center at the Dane County Humane Society. And mark your calendars. Giving Tuesday is November 29th. Join the Humane Society for this global day of giving to read stories of animals impacted by your gifts of support. Donations made November 26th through the 29th will have double the impact for animals in need. Learn more at giveshelter.org. And good news for last week's pet. Rocky the dog and Luna the cat featured the week before have both been adopted. That's great news. If you're interested in adopting Claude or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. And here's Greg with one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we have that little squall line that's going to be coming through here later this afternoon and evening. So something to keep an eye on. We could have some isolated strong wind gusts with that. It's a very narrow line that'll come through, and then we'll have showers. The best threat is actually west of Madison, where we have daytime heating. Otherwise, the things to know: say goodbye to the 70s today, thunder tonight, rain and show. Could see some snow tonight, and then just cold for the rest of the period. And for Veterans Day, it's going to be a breezy, cold Veterans Day outside. Should stay dry, but only mid to upper 30s with a northwest wind blowing. And there's your current radar right there. You can see just a few showers going on, but we'll see more later on.
All right, big changes coming. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here this afternoon at 5 o'clock, or 4 o'clock, too. See you then.